Good kill, good kill. Hey, good kill.
Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we're doing a super quick dogfight with the Mirage versus the F-16. Just want to do like one or two quick rounds. I think maybe just one if this fight drags on long enough, but it should be interesting. Two-circle fighter F-16, obviously very dominant in the two-circle against a very dominant one-circle fighter, the Mirage. And we're going to see how it plays out into the merge here. And I've allowed him to influence the one-circle. I didn't really do anything to counter that. I could have reversed the turn. I could have turned across his tail, but we didn't do that. Into the one circle, but I'm just going to climb over his nose just to be safe, and I'm going to dive back down on top of him here. Alright, and I think that I might be able to pull him into the HUD right here and take a shot at him. He's a little bit confused by the fact that I went into the vertical, it looks like. Typical Mirage having to dump its nose in order to, you know, come around a circle, especially at these altitudes. Now, let's see if we can just hit him as he goes by. I think I hit him. I saw a flash above his nose. So really the objective here is to just stay above this thing's nose, keep him in a two-circle fight, drag it down to the ground, because once he loses the altitude, the Mirage is really stuck in this two-circle fight. Yes, there are still options he can, you know, try to use. Look at this. Oh, that was close. You see, you just cannot underestimate the Mirage. Even though he's hit, it is still very combat effective, and it doesn't look like it. You know, I think I hit the front of his aircraft, which would probably knock out his radar. So he's probably shooting blind, which is why he's so inaccurate. But you can't count the Mirage out of the fight. You know, that thing will continue to get close to you. This is very good shooting for somebody who has no radar, if he has no radar. Now, this fight really should have been over in the first couple turns. You know, I kept him two-circle, one above him, and came back down. If I had been a better shot, a little bit better gunnery, this fight would already be over, but alas, we're gonna continue the fight here. And again, so we're just trying to drag him down to the ground, and once we get him down there, the Mirage should be out of options. Look at him here trying to reverse into a one circle, and I'm just gonna switch the fight into a vertical. We're not doing the one circle fight with the Mirage, no way. Remember that we're defining a one-circle fight as a nose-to-nose radius fight, and a two-circle fight as a nose-to-tail rate fight. Okay, R-A-T-E. All right? And that is what I'm trying to avoid here. I'm constantly trying to fly to this Mirage as high 6, keep my nose pointed at his tail. Okay, and this is the rate fight. And this is where I would like to stay against the Mirage. Now, there are Mirage guys out there who know what they're doing even in a raid fight. They know they can't win the raid fight, so what they'll do is they'll go down there and then they'll create offset two circles and try to shoot at you as you go by in the intersection points of the two circle. It's a very, you know, complex thing to see a DCS player doing that kind of stuff. Those are stuff that you'll see from, you know, real pilots. But here we have a turn reversal of a Mirage. That's actually stuff Ate did to me, I think, if I remember correctly. Now he has reversed this into a one circle. Almost gets himself killed there with that turn reversal. I don't blame him. He probably thought he could win the one circle, as any Mirage pilot would think. I just pulled a little bit harder than I think he was expecting. We've turned this fight into a vertical fight. Once again, I'm just going to dive down on top of him. Look at me avoiding the nose and trying to put my nose onto his tail. Alright, and keeping this a two-circle fight on the deck best I can. You got to take away those options from the Mirage, right? And once you get her on the deck, keep her in an overlapping two-circle fight, and she'll eventually bleed off all of the energy if the other guy can't think of any options. Like, look at that Mirage right now. He's slow and he's low. Okay, that thing is a docile pigeon at this point. Very easy kill. And it's just a matter of not getting greedy. You still want to sit in the control zone and pull him into the HUD when the time is right, which is coming up. Remember, if you get too close to that thing, it will reverse on you and it'll drag you into a one circle fight. You'll die. It's not too late to lose this fight, so gotta be careful against the Mirage. Here we go. Come on. Splash one Mirage. Alright. Alright, one more fight, just because every time, you know, we do a short video, people are complaining, oh, I wanted to watch more, I wanted to watch more. I'm kidding, I love you. We'll do another fight. Just to really wrap this up and drive home the point, and to see if I can do it again. Into the merge here, we went low to high, and it looks like the Mirage didn't use vertical like last time. See if we can do the same thing we did last time. We dropped down on top of his head, although I don't think it's going to work this time, so we're just going to go straight into the raid fight from this altitude. Unfortunately, and this is the thing, I started this fight up here with altitude, because if I was to start it on the deck or close to the deck, it would be very bad for the Mirage. I'd basically be cheating. So I've given the Mirage lots of altitude to play with, and you know, try to get the victory, try to reverse fights into one circles. Wow, that was close. Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Up here, the Mirage, you know, can be dangerous. I think the main thing I'm doing incorrectly so far is I'm just a little too slow. I'd like to be faster. You know, maybe 460, 470 plus, because up here, I just want to stay far enough away from that thing such that he can't point his nose. Because here's the other thing. The Mirage has to get close to you, because it has to pull a lot of lead to get those heavy 30mm rounds on target. So you won't see a lot of long distance shooting from the Mirage. Not to say it doesn't happen. I mean, the last round that he sent me was pretty fairly far distance, and it was fairly close. I don't want to make it sound like the Mirage is incapable of taking long distance shots. So here we are slowly outrating him. I got the nose dumped. And you can see him full nose down. He's trying to use his rudder. We're going to have to pull up. We're going to have to pull up here before he points his nose. When in doubt, against the Mirage nose, just pull up. That's what I always do. Maybe not the best thing to do, but it does always keep me alive. So, and we might have to take this into a vertical fight. 630 knots, 650. That's very bad. 680. I got to pull the throttle here. 700. So it went a little bit ballistic in the F-16. That's poor energy management on the deck. The F-16 does have a tendency to do that. Usually we stay in afterburner for the majority of the fight in order to max perform the aircraft, but sometimes it's not the right move, this being one of them. That Mirage just missed his reversal cue. He picked it up. It was a little late though, but he did miss it originally. I'm thankful for that. To be fair to him, I was in his blind area. He was banked pretty hard to the other direction, so maybe he didn't see the reversal cue. Once he saw it, he did reverse. And once again, we're here trying to keep this a nose-to-tail fight. And trying to stay fast enough that I'm not vulnerable to the Mirage AOA, his ability to point the nose at me. And you see at this point we got ourselves nicely situated on his 6. It's just a matter of staying here, being patient. The F-16 pitch rate we've seen, well, you can see it in YouTube videos out there of the real F-18, the real F-16 HUD. It's got a bit of a snap to it, like you can snap a bandit into your HUD and take a shot at it. I feel like the early access, under development F-16 right now doesn't have that. We don't have that very quick snapping ability to pull a bandit into the HUD. So if you try to pull the bandit in, you're going to end up losing a lot of speed. It could be fatal in the dogfight at this point. If ED ever adds that, that would be fantastic. It would make the F-16 much more deadly. Until then, we just got to be patient. See, like I would have snapped him into the HUD here and taken a shot at him, but just can't do it. Gonna slowly pull him into the HUD. Again, keeping enough distance. There we go, good hits. Thankfully he's going down because I feel like I didn't hit him as much.